So welcome, Master Jimena. We're here in the Vancouver Master Sha Dao Center, Dao Chong, and we're very excited that this weekend we have a beautiful workshop, Soul Communication with the Saints. And of course, people that come into this Dao Chong, it is a lot different for them to open their communication channels and learn to speak with the saints than it was for you when you first learned.
Yeah.
And I know you're one of the early ones that learned with Master Sha very early on. But I'm interested to know, what was your process?
So what I'll talk a little bit about what was happening. So I met Master Sha in 2001. In 2002, in the spring, I believe it was, he began a series. It was like a 8 or 10 week series to open the spiritual channels. And he did not have centers, you know, it was wherever there was open space that was affordable. And one of his clients had a jewelry store. And so after the store closed, you know, after hours, we would literally meet in the jewelry store. We were sitting on the floor in between the cases, in between the jewelry cases. And we spent almost, pretty much at the beginning, it was almost exclusively on soul language. Master Sha was not a divine Tao or source channel, so the frequencies that are available now on the planet were not available then. And so it took a lot longer. We spent years. You know, the practice for us was 1 hour a day, Sansan Joryo Bayawu, Sansan Joryo Bayawu, Sansan. And still, it was only Sansan Joryo Bayawu, Sansan Joryo Bayawu, Sansan. It took most of us a year to bring out our soul language. And there were just 2 or 3 people. One lady already, she had been trained by kahunas in Hawaii, so she had soul communication abilities. Another lady, I think her channels had been open. And then we had Marilyn Smith. And so Marilyn was able to open her soul language, and then she was doing translation. The rest of us were still Sansan Joryo Bayawu. And what happened is we would chant literally for 2 to 3 hours, Sansan Joryo Bayawu, Sansan Joryo Bayawu, Sansan Joryo Bayawu. And then every day we chanted for 1 hour. That was our homework. And we had to then practice translation. So first you had to record. Before, of course, you had cell phones. So this is how many years ago? 18 years ago, yeah. And so we recorded into a cassette the Sansan Joryo Bayawu, because at some point a little bit of soul language would come out, right? Then you'd spend time trying to translate it, and usually you could only get 1 or 2 words out. Yeah. The beauty of doing of opening your spiritual channels now is that people come, like here we'll be doing this weekend we'll be doing the workshop in the Dao Chang. So what happens now is people can bring out their soul language. Sometimes 5 minutes their soul language comes out. Sometimes, you know, it takes a while. A while is 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Yeah. Their first 15 minutes of doing Sansan Joryo Bayawu. And then some people are able to go right into translation. Some people completely bypass translation and they go directly into direct soul communication.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've noticed that the last few classes, people are developing much more quickly.
Exactly. And what I also wanted to share is that Master Sha taught us the reason to open your spiritual channels is to be able to communicate directly. All of us have spirit guides, all of us have a heavens team. Many people have had a connection with a special saint for a long time. And now you can communicate directly through direct soul communication. For instance, you can communicate with that saint and receive guidance. Not, should I buy this house? Should I buy that car? Should I, take this job? But guidance for your spiritual life, for your spiritual journey. Guidance that where are you going to find the writings of the saints? You know, directly from the saints. This is the beauty. And then here in the Tao Chang, already the Tao Chang itself is such a powerful field, it calls many saints. So here, if you can make a connection with the saint, if you can make a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul connection here, then there's a possibility you can continue that. You go home, you continue to practice, you continue to learn. That's how Francisco Quintero, David Lush, Peter Hodoba, Marilyn Smith, Patricia Smith, Cynthia Devereaux. This is how everybody, myself included, this was the process. This is what we did. And through our practice and our commitment, then you develop a connection, a real connection with this holy being, guru, lama, kahuna, whoever you want to connect with, yeah? And then through your dedication, your commitment, they appreciate that, they value that.
Do you think that people's ability to open so quickly now has kind of, in some ways, lost a bit of the sacredness of what's really going on because it seems so accessible? You know,
it could be. You know, I think what Master Sha did for us is, first of all, because it took so long for us to bring out our soul language, and then it took equally long for some of us to do the soul language translation, then the direct soul communication. When you finally were able to do it, it was such your heart just, I remember my heart just opened the day I opened my soul language. I will never forget it. It was with Master Sha's help. Then when the direct soul communication occurred with with Marilyn Smith, and then subsequently with Francisco Quintero, I remember those moments, and I remember how precious it felt, how honored I felt that I was able to do this. You know, it's a little easy now because you come to the Tao Chang, the frequency is very high, holy beings are here, it's a matter of connecting. You know, we put in the time and the effort, just like people who, for instance, they want to learn a language, they have to put in time and effort. You want to learn tennis, you have to put in the time and effort. Whatever you want to learn, you have to put in some time and effort, and then when you can master it, it's the journey leading you to the mastery that really opens the heart, you know, and creates the transformation. But we're happy we are so happy that so many more people now can open their soul language, because now so many more people can receive the guidance that they need for their soul, for their spiritual journey. So we would welcome everybody who wants to open their channels, everybody who has. The best is if you have your soul language, then we can very quickly get you into direct soul communication. Yeah.
Because how many people have said that are on the spiritual journey have said, I wonder what Jesus would tell me to do. I wonder what Mother Mary would say. You know, if I could only talk to so-and-so. And what an amazing gift that we've been given by Master Sha to learn how to do this.
Absolutely. So yeah, so I invite everybody, you know, who is either able to come, that would be the best for you to be able to come directly to the center, be here in person, or anyone who is able to join us by live stream. We'll be doing this by live stream. Join us. You will be in the field of the Tao Chang, so that you are able to make that connection and open the channels. We'll offer some special services to enable you to deepen your flows, to further open the channel, further purify the channel, increase your fluency, increase your accuracy, and really help you. You know, this is so profound. It's so profound. But sometimes I think people look at it as being very basic, but if you can learn to master this, it opens so many doors to you. You just have to talk with with Francisco Quintero or Peter Hodoba. You know, when they're doing their soul communication, the wisdom that they're able to access, unbelievable, really, really unbelievable. So We welcome all of you to join us. It is called Open Spiritual Channels, Soul Communication with the Saints. The introduction is on Friday from 6 to 9, and then we will go Saturday and Sunday 10 to 8 Pacific time. Call the center 778-379-9920 or email us dowcenter, CENTRE, Vancouver @drshaw.com. Let us serve you this weekend. Let us help you to really make that connection, heart to heart, soul to soul, and to develop your soul communication. It'll open the world to you. Love you all. See you this weekend. Bye-bye.